The gods of the Phoenicians also kings of Atlantis. Not alone were the gods of the Greeks the deified kings of Atlantis, but we find that the mythology of the Phoenicians was drawn from the same source. For instance, we find in the Phoenician cosmogony that the Titans, Rephaim, derived their origin from the Phoenician gods Agris and Agrotus. This connects the Phoenicians with that island in the remote west, in the midst of ocean, where, according to the Greeks, the Titans dwelt. According to Sancho Nyathan, Ouranos was the son of Autochthon, and, according to Plato, Autochthon was one of the 10 kings of Atlantis. He married his sister Ge. He is the Uranos of the Greeks, who was the son of Gaia, the earth, whom he married. The Phoenicians tell us our Ouranos had by Ge 4 sons: Elus, El, who is called Cronus, and Betylus, Bethel, and Dagon, which signifies bread corn, and Atlas, Tammuz. Closing parenthesis. Here, again, we have the names of 2 other kings of Atlantis. These 4 sons probably represented 4 races, the offspring of the earth. The Greek Uranos was the father of Cronus, and the ancestor of Atlas. The Phoenician god Ouranos had a great many other wives. His wife Ge was jealous. They quarreled, and he attempted to kill the children he had by her. This is the legend which the Greeks told of Zeus and Juno. In the Phoenician mythology, Cronus raised a rebellion against Ouranos, and, after a great battle, dethroned him. In the Greek legends, it is Zeus who attacks and overthrows his father, Cronus. Ouranos had a daughter called Astarte, Ashtoreth, another called Rhea, and Dagon, after he had found out bread corn and the plough, was called Zeus Aratreus. We find also, in the Phoenician legends, mention made of Poseidon, founder and king of Atlantis. Cronus gave Attica to his daughter Athena, as in the Greek legends. In a time of plague, he sacrificed his son to Ouranos, and circumcised himself, and compelled his allies to do the same thing. It would thus appear that this singular rite, practiced as we have seen by the Atlantidae of the Old and New Worlds and the Red Men of America, dates back, as we might have expected, to Atlantis. Cronus visits the different regions of the habitable world. He gave Egypt as a kingdom to the god Tao, who had invented the alphabet. The Egyptians called him Thoth, and he was represented among them as the god of letters, the clerk of the underworld, bearing a tablet, pen, and palm branch. This not only connects the Phoenicians with Atlantis, but shows the relations of Egyptian civilization to both Atlantis and the Phoenicians.